Rabbi Sai, probably most of you are aware of the fact that in the last 2.5 months, there are 175,000 people in this city who lost their jobs. And many of them Achenu B'nai Yisrael. Doesn't this place some sense of achrayus on us to be able to be mekayim l'chuv v'hispanus u'zeh mizeh?
Novominsker Rebbe was a person that basically carried the problems of Klal Yisrael on his shoulders.
He did not look for problems. The problems came to him naturally. They came to him because they knew that he has an interest in helping.
Where's your sense of achrayus for Klal Yisrael?
Achrayus. But what the Rebbe wanted us is to understand, not staying narrow within your community, with your comfort zone. Remember the person that davens with you in shul, and the person in Eretz Yisrael, who you never met and you never heard of. They're both equally related to you. They're both chalakim of Klal Yisrael. We're a family. He would try to do whatever he can.
He did things people know about, and many things people don't know about.
He wasn't a Baal Chesed. He was an institution of Chesed.
He was involved in every facet of Klal Yisrael. I'm good at him. So every aspect. There was nothing that he wasn't involved in. He was a guiding light and everything.
There was no day, there was no night. Nothing stopped by Novominsk, nothing stopped by his yeshiva, by his kehillah. It was everything.
And whenever the people came to him with any problem, it was part of his problem. It was like his own.
And he tried, with whatever means possible, to help rally the troops. Get the oilam out. Get the oilam to do.
But Rabbi say it's no excuse. A Yid darf sich anstrengen. A Jew is supposed to exert himself.
The Rebbe exhorted us. And the Rebbe taught us that that is the essence of Agudas Yisrael. That we also kulam aguda achas. Like we daven Rosh Hashanah, aguda achas lasos v'tzorcha b'leiv of shalom.
Each and every Orthodox Jew, when he interacts with the Gentile world, in business, in the professions, in society at large, is considered to be and represents Torah Judaism.
He carried a mordig achrayus on the Indian of Kiddush Hashem, how Klal Yisrael it should be perceived by the world.
He wasn't afraid to stand up and fight for unadulterated Das Torah. His fight against open orthodoxy, he led the Milchama.
To be the cover of Torah, he spoke out the Ashkofas of Torah. Whenever it was negayed to speak out, what the Das Torah is. He wasn't afraid to say what has to be said.
To the reformist and the semi-reformist camps, we say unequivocally, our kind of Judaism, halachic Judaism, Orthodox Judaism, has kept our people alive 2,000 years.
But there was no derision. There was no looking down. He understood the meaning of a Reform Yid. So when the Rebbe spoke about reform, when the Rebbe spoke about secularism, it wasn't coming from a put down, from a bittul and a derision. It was coming from pain. If one heard the Rebbe well, that's all the Rebbe was saying.
People used to bring people that were just nischarab to Yiddishkeit. They were always impressed. He spoke English well. Achsidish Arid. And he knows everything. They were nikne to him.
He was a man from Klal Yisrael, from all the facets in Klal Yisrael.
The Jüdische Welt and the Lutherische Welt, the Balamatische Welt and the Teure Welt. And he was always there with the right, with the tremendous insight how to keep this all together.
And he was respected in all kreisen, all over.
There is a certain degree of shikul hadas that we must constantly use in not practicing extremism to make our positions known to the Ummah Ha'olam with whom we have to live.
He was somebody who had a brilliant mind, tremendous vision, and a klar das Torah.
If there's any question on what strategy to take, if it involved any nukudas that could have a shaykhis to das Torah, everything went to Novominsker Rebbe.
And he was sorely missed, and his chus soll uns beistehen.
I missed the Novominsker. His yashris, his gradkeit, and his hashkofas oilum is something that is it's a meritic aveda for Klal Yisrael.
Meet Lonetz Murasa.
The time has come that Jews who come to these conventions should earnestly decide and resolve that in order to merit the Achim v'chasodim, in order to merit the Rebbeinu Shalom's ha'oras ponim, and how do we need that at all times, especially today? In order to protect us from Yisurim, we must critically re-examine our behavior. We must correct our shortcomings, refine our standards, uplift our lives, and then we'll have the right to confidently rejoice and sing Omar Hashem L'Yankov Al Tira Avdiyah.